Assalamu alaikum everyone, welcome back to the Pepe update today. And Pepe has been doing pretty good so far, and we're trying to break above this one resistance, and you can see that the resistance right here, resistance there, another one here, and you have finally broke above that resistance. So is this a valid break to the upside, and what is going to happen next? Now let's talk about it. First of all, I've shown Bitcoin for a couple of times here, and you can see that Bitcoin has a huge gap right here between $80,000 and $77,000. So that is a gap that eventually at some point we are going to see Bitcoin coming to retrace down to. It is given. The thing is that you may still continue to pump sideways in the meanwhile, and then drop down to fill the gap and then go back up again to 100k. I don't think you're going to touch 100k just yet. Maybe 90k and $91,000. We could still see some pumps here and there for quite some time, but I just want to give you a warning that right now the prices are absolutely pumped up, to the overbought departments. Even Pepe is pumped up to the overbought department. Previously, when I was talking about bullish divergences, for example, an instance where we saw Pepe having this touch and a move to the downside, what did I say? What was I updating about, even on the Discord? Is that we have bullish divergence everywhere. So it was pretty clear we're going to see a pump. And if I do zoom into the RSI and show you what is going on with the RSI, then you can see we had this low move to the downside, and then we had the RSI which was a little bit higher like this, and then we started to see the pump to the upside. So that was bullish at that time. But right now, as we speak, the opposite is happening, right? The opposite is happening, and you have to keep an eye on this one. And that is, if I show you again this point here where you have I'm just going to zoom in a little bit out, and as you may see that this is one touch and this is another touch. So you're moving to the upside. So the prices are going like this. They're moving to the upside. But the thing is that on the RSI at the same time, you are going down. So look at that. I'm just going to drop the arrow again, and you're moving to the downside just like that. This looks really ugly. We're going to remove that. Just take the brush, and the RSI is a little bit to the downside, and that is a problem. That's a divergence. That's a bearish divergence. It could be invalidated. Don't take it very seriously. I'm not saying you cannot invalidate things like that. It could be invalidated certainly at any given single point of time. But let's talk about the break now. So the break is to the upside, and normally we should actually be bullish. If Bitcoin continues its sideways movement, for example, if it actually wants to just go on and keep moving sideways, we could see Pepe moving up. We could see Pepe moving up as long as Bitcoin just remains sideways. I'm not even saying that Bitcoin has to pump. We don't need that. But as long as Bitcoin stays a little bit sideways before dropping to fill the CME gap, there could be chances where Pepe starts to push itself up and over and actually touch a new all-time high probably. And once the new all-time high gets developed, then we could see a retracement down to the previous and retest the previous all-time high of 1693 or 1700 level, and then from there start to make another impulsive move to the upside. If you retrace down from here, let's say Bitcoin drops down, then the bottom to the top, you could see a retracement down to nearly 992 as well. And this is a place you really didn't retest before, and there's a lot of liquidity to grab right over here. Certainly, I will say, and I will end by this, that maybe if Pepe makes it down to 1134, then I think you could retrace a little bit more lower. I'm just going to put a horizontal line in here, and if you come down to 1134, That's it. You take this out, you're moving down to 990, and this is the place where you could retrace, do a deep retracement, take the stop losses of the people who are very bullish, and then start to go back up again. And this could be a huge fake out moving forward. As a matter of fact, you know, the 4-hour time frame does look like that, but I want to see how the daily looks when it comes down to this. So I'm gonna go back here and shift into the daily time frame and look at that. So on the daily, actually the daily is going to matter. Today's closing is important. So can you do something where you just come down and make a red closing below the line? Then the 4-hour time frame is going to be a little bit. Right now I think that the daily time frame is the good time frame to look at. So if you end up having some very positive closing above the line itself, that can actually be really good, really bullish. But if you end up just dropping down below that line, then this is going to be another fake out and nothing else. You can see that today closing should actually tell you the whole story. And if you make it down like this, then you never really broke out anything. You just took the stop losses, nothing else. So a retest is going to be confirmed in the next 21 hours. And that's all for the video. I'm going to see you in the next one, Loffice.